How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. Steve here from Alpha Nerd Entertainment, and today I wanted to take the time to share with you my build of Jerry's apartment, the Lego Seinfeld set, my favorite TV show of all time. Over the past 5 years, I've built a good 15, 20 sets or more, and I gotta say that this was my favorite build. It was a whole lot of fun, and I did a bit of a step-by-step, technically a bag-by-bag build. Came complete with 9 bags, so 9 different steps. So I kind of just showed the process of how it starts and how it gets to the finish. I have so many amazing things I could say about the show. I could go on all day, so I won't. So without any further ado, guys, let's just dive into it, check it out, and see how the build went. Okay guys, so we got ourselves a nice big booklet here. I'm going to be starting with bag 1. I got bags 2 and 3 ready to go afterwards. There are 9 bags for this set. And it looks like a bit of a complicated build. I'm no Lego building expert. I'm definitely decent when it comes to building from my imagination, but following the books can sometimes be a pain in the butt. So let's just put this together. Okay, so as I open this and get ready to start the build, I notice it's got some pretty cool information all about the show, and all about the characters. You got Cosmo Kramer, Newman, Elaine Benes, and George. I didn't know his middle name was Louis Costanza. But yeah, you know, and here's a little bit about the person who created it. So that's pretty awesome. So I don't know, I thought that's pretty interesting. Whenever you get these creator ones, they always have a little bit of extra. So I thought that was pretty cool. Where's Jerry? There's Jerry. All right, so I just thought I'd include that because it was kind of neat. Okay, so we have bag number 1 complete. That consisted of the floor base here of the apartment and that little comedy Jerry stand. Now, if anyone who's newer to building Lego sets, don't be alarmed if you have a few extra parts after each bag. They give extras just in case you lose some. So don't think that you've missed certain pieces. That's quite a few extra pieces, but you know, again, they do it to be generous. So, moving on to bag number 2. Okay, so bag number 2 complete. This bag had 2 extra pieces. So far we have used the brick remover twice, and we've listened to the entire Avenged Sevenfold CD and God Hates Us All by Slayer. So yeah, so far going fun, having a good time. Gonna move on to bag number 3. So bag number 3 gives us a little bit of the apartment starting to take shape now with the entrance to Jerry's bathroom and his bedroom that's never really shown in the show, or was it ever useful on the set. We have a little bit of his nook here, which will eventually, I guess, have his window and where his computer sits. And of course this introduced Cosmo Kramer, and hard to see right there, but there it is. Cosmo Kramer is holding the coffee table book that he wrote, and he's holding a pretzel referencing the episode, "These pretzels are making me thirsty." On to bag number 4. So starting to come together really nicely now. We got a few things to talk about. Bag 4 offered some pretty cool things, so let's just get right into it. Obviously, we started to complete the computer room here and the entrance towards Jerry's bedroom, which won't exist as they never really included it in the show. But one of the first things there is the bicycle in the hallway to the bathroom door. You know, very canon to the show. Another thing here is the Porsche picture that did hang on the wall in the show. Here you can see, which didn't hang on the wall in the show, but sort of an Easter egg or fun reference to the show, a picture of Uncle Leo. So who doesn't love that? So let's just spin it around because we got another reference from another episode. Here is the air conditioner on the back, the Commando 8. Remember there was an episode where Jerry had to get air conditioner because it was so damn hot. There is just a picture of a guy in baseball, which is an actual picture hanging over the computer in Jerry's computer room. And on there, on the computer, it says Vandalay Industries, a job that George worked at. Another thing I wanted to point out was how good the radiator looks. The radiator looks really nice there, pretty well done. Just the building mechanics are great. Another fun little thing we have over here, obviously that didn't hang in the computer room in Jerry's apartment, but another reference to another episode where Kramer has the painting done of him, so that's just absolutely excellent. And just really like the way these arches came together here. Really smooth, really nice. So there are the extra pieces there. So we'll push those in with the rest of the extra pieces. And we'll move on to bag number 5. So bag number 5 helped us complete most of the kitchen anyways. So let's just take a look at the fridge. We can get zoomed in there. We have Superman. You can see the 3 stickers that say yada yada yada. There's a picture of Larry David as a nod to him being a co-creator. And just some other fridge stuff like oven mitts and whatnot. Obviously the microwave looks pretty awesome there. The kitchen's cupboards and the sink. The stove looks pretty good as well. All things considered for Lego, that's some pretty good attention to detail, as the set has some great attention to detail. But most of all, we got Elaine Bennis. That's right. And you might be wondering, what is she holding there? Well, that's a bag with a goldfish in reference to the parking lot episode where they get locked and they can't find their car. And she buys a goldfish that eventually dies, and the whole thing is a shit show and a fiasco. So yeah, there is bag number 5. So thus far with the build, I've been having a really great time. It's been a fun build. Just again, the attention to detail, just the way it goes together has been a whole lot of fun. Thus far with the build, I have listened to City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold, Hardwired and Self-Destruct by Metallica, God Hates Us All by Slayer, and we're currently listening to Talking Heads' Stop Making Sense live in 1983. So let's just move on to bag number 6. Okay, so things definitely got a little more difficult with bag number 6. I thought it would be pretty easy as it was a small bag and started off rather smoothly, but the extreme attention to detail to finishing this kitchen brought me upon my first error. Before we talk about that, let's talk about the picture of George Costanza from that classic episode where he does the photo shoot on the couch. Just a subtle, awesome touch. But again, look at the amazing detail. Just very well done with the whole overall kitchen. This wall here in combination with this area here is where I ran into my problems when building. Not major, but I had to do a little bit of reconstructive surgery to kind of, correct it. With that being said, there were 2 quote-unquote extra pieces from the bag before that weren't extra pieces, and I had to go back and get those pieces and put them way down low under here. So the build has been really easy so far up until bag number 6. So let's continue on to bag number 7. So here's George Costanza holding the rye bread from the episode there. And of course the fishing pole from the Hamptons episode when George goes fishing and the rest of the friends get to see George's new girlfriend topless before he does. So George probably my favorite of the bunch, even though it's hard to pick a favorite. I love them all so equally. Let's talk about bag 7. So bag 7 helped us complete the rest of the hallway area here by putting a light in there and just completing the top of the roof. And of course it included the hallway here with the door and a little radiator there. And of course 5A is Jerry's apartment, and across the way in the back there is 5B, Kramer's apartment. I did have to do another minor correction here as that was sucked in the wall and it was supposed to overhang over the fridge. So we did that, and I also like the subtlety of this piece here, just a nice little accent, great little attention to detail as we move on to bag number 8 and 9. So with bags 8 and 9 complete, let's check out the final product here. Of course, there is the comedy stand as a little side piece. Here we got George, Elaine, Jerry, Kramer, and of course Newman. Last and kind of least in this case, I love that they included him. I thought that was pretty awesome. What changed since the last clip? Well, we got the studio lighting over top. We have, of course, the bookshelf there with Superman up top, and even a little sticker of Fusilli Jerry. Also, Prognosis Negative, which was a fake movie from, the Seinfeld show, as I wish it had a little reference to Cry Cry Again, because there was a lot of fake movies in Seinfeld. We got a nice little cabinet over here that George is blocking. Let's move George, and I'll explain the pull as well. So here, let's move the pull. Let's get that out of the way. So the bookshelf looks good there. The couches, of course, look great. The coffee table looks great. The lamp looks nice. Back there is a little table with some coffee cups and some chairs. And of course, the telephone and can of pop looks excellent. It's just the whole thing overall is absolutely excellent. So let me put this back here and explain what that is for those who might not know. What is that? Well, that is the Festivus pole. Now, I hope in some way they create the diner and they include George's parents, because of course it was George's father who did the Festivus for the rest of us. And George apparently had to fight his father and wrestle him for the pole. It's been a while since I've seen Seinfeld, and I know it's new on Netflix. So anyways, guys, this was my build of the Lego Seinfeld set. The creator's idea. I really enjoyed this build. I only had a little bit of difficulty and a little bit of reconstruction with bag 6. Overall, it went really smoothly. I love all the subtle details throughout his apartment. I love all the references to the show, things like Prognosis Negative and Fusilli Jerry. And over here, what is it again? That's hilarious. No, it's not the Van Buren Boys. It's I can't really see it. Oh, Vandalay Industries. Yeah, Art Vandalay with Vandalay Industries. And of course the Commando 8 in the back with the air conditioner, and just all the subtle awesome things. Is I struggle to maintain focus here. Superman on the fridge, yada yada on the fridge. George with the rye bread, Kramer with his coffee table book. Newman is a great additive because, he was often included. I would like David Putty as a character, Elaine with the goldfish in the parking lot episode. And of course, Jerry Stan is a nice subtle touch as well, in all honesty. So let's just find this a home and see how it looks.